Welcome everyone to the Garlitz Hyperformance garage. Well, weekend's almost over. That sucks. Gotta get back to work tomorrow. Oh well. Just wanted to show you these wheels I picked up off a guy. He gets these cop cars and he strips them down and turns them into derby cars. And I used to work with him in West Virginia a little bit. He actually doesn't live too far from me. And he said he had a set of wheels with tires on them he would give me a good price on. So I went ahead and bought them, and I had to clean them up. I painted them and they turned out pretty nice, actually. And this car came with 16-inch wheels, and the cop cars came with 17s. I guess after a certain year, before they quit making these cars. And he has a bunch of parts and stuff up there laying around. I might even change the whole rear end housing later, but not real sure about that. But I think the car looks better with these on it. I'm not a fan of huge wheels, but yeah, this big bodied car here made it look pretty good. So, of course, this is a Mercury and I turned it into a Ford. It's a leftover Ford parts car. That's what my dad says anyway. So the Mercuries are leftover Ford parts. It's like the cheap cigarettes at the cigarette factory. It's the tobacco they sweep up off the floor to make the GPCs. And we got this turd right here. And I tried to put the old wheels from the Mercury onto this car. But this car is so wide and so big bodied that because of the different wheel offset spanning 2 generations almost, as far as in vehicle years go, those wheels, those 16-inch wheels, they bolted up and fit over the hub just fine, but they rubbed the frame on the inside, which was fucked up. So it's like, well, I'm going to have to buy a set of wheels for this thing. I was thinking about getting a set of those Krager SS mags and putting on this thing. As they make those new aluminum looking ones with the you can get the different center colors and all that shit. But yeah, it was just too big bodied for those wheels. And I didn't know they changed the drivetrains so much in them over the years. But I guess there was a certain year they changed the frames. Because this car here, it actually has the same kind of frame that my Chevelle does in there. Almost identical. This one has a little more, a couple, what do I want to say? It's braced up a little more under this car. But it's pretty beefy. So you would never have to worry about too much. Well, this is a car from the era where you could hit other people's cars with it and still drive it home. Because if you banged one of these up to the point where you couldn't move it, that was a pretty bad accident. Lots of bad things have happened to you in that period of time. If you have to tow one of these bad boys home because it's wrecked too much that you can't move it. But this one, those wheels gave it an inch of height on it, and they're wider. They're a wider tire. Which the only problem I have with the wider tires is in the rain. It's like it'll scooch all over the place, and it rained pretty heavy here yesterday. And I was out test driving it. These tires may have a couple flat spots in them, I'm not sure, because it had a little shake to it. Or they might just need rebalanced. It's hard to say. I don't know how long these tires sat around, so. Because they were pretty muddy and dirty when I got them. And he was into, Christy had one of them cars cut clear apart when I got up there. The body was on one side of his yard and he had the frame flipped up sideways, welding pieces in it, reinforcing it. Getting ready for the next derby. And if any of you want tips on these plastic headlights, the best thing I can tell you to do is go to a place that sells paint and get that lacquer thinner or paint thinner that they use to clean your paint gun with. Get a can of that, put it on a rag, and rub over those headlights. It will take all the trash off of those lights. These things were so yellow. I wiped them down yesterday. They really turned out nice. And then I put some wax over them. A little bit of wax I just smeared over them just to get the streaks out of them. And actually it worked pretty nice, as you can see. I mean, because we live in the era where everything's made out of fucking injection molded plastic now. Bumpers, headlight buckets, all that bullshit. A far cry, oh my god, I can't talk, from back in the day when everything just had a square headlight or a round headlight in it that was made out of glass. You could just go buy new ones. And these lasted for a long, long time, and I guess the industry saw that and said, oh, fuck, we need to screw people over more. We need to get more money out of these people. Let's make lights out of plastic. So, that's what they did. And as you can see, lots of problems with them. And boy, are these ones for this Mercury expensive. My God, they're like $300 and some a set. They were $600 a set. And I thought, my God, I thought, what are these things made out of gold or something? And that was on eBay. I couldn't get them no cheaper at the time. The prices went down. I guess because there's fewer of these on the road now, I guess. I don't know. But you have the same problem with this Charger. I wiped them down a couple years ago, but they're, I don't know. They're pretty rough. I don't know if you can wipe them again or not. You can see all the oxidation in there. Yeah, they look like shit. This is an 06. So, you know. My paint's coming off on the trim down here from the sun beating on it. Kind of has a weathered look. Might just leave it alone. Some of the stickers are peeling. Some of the factory stickers peeling off. The hood's real bad. And you get the spoiler. I've painted it a couple times. But here's one of our friends. Look, it's a bug. He's running for his life. Oh my God, I gotta get out of here. Anyway. And then we got this turd. This is my son's turd. Had to fix it a whole bunch. It hasn't suffered the yellow headlight fate yet. But it's suffered everything else though. Some rot down there at the bottom. Because of course they don't make these cars out of much anymore, so. To mow down my yard here. And I've put exhaust on this car several times, you know, and it hasn't ran in the winter time. Because, you know, well, you'd have to put winter treads on it and put a bunch of weight in the back of it and all that stuff, so. But anyway, I think that's pretty much all I have for you, and I'll leave you all with a glorious shot of the Chevelle. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, baby. Oh. Whoa. I'm going to show you one thing with this car right here. They knew they fucked up when they made these cars, especially the headlights. This thing has 3 of the original headlights that came on it from General Motors. That's not one. Here it is. The one was replaced there. It's got the T3 on it. That is an old sealed beam light. And they're dim. Even that store-bought one right there, it's even dim. It's a little bit brighter than these ones, but you're talking 51 years. 51 years. And these people that designed this stuff, they probably had no idea that this stuff was going to last this long. It's amazing. It's remarkable. I can't wrap my head around it. But anyhow, here you go. Well, Mr. Horsepower Floor Mats. Boy, this thing's dirty inside. Just to show you, I'd rather cruise it around than clean it. Here's my companion here. He rides with me everywhere. So, boy, I need to clean this thing up. Big car show next week. Big car shows. Big car shows. Labor Day weekend coming up. Big car shows. It's a big car show weekend around here. I don't know what it's like any other place, but yeah. Big car show weekend. So, all right, everybody. Have a good one. And don't let your meat loaf. We'll catch you all a little later.